Meanwhile, for those of you watching on the stream, Dave and I did, in fact, coordinate today and decide we're going to wear the exact same shirt as we are accused of doing often. Today we did it.
Just like everybody else, we are wearing the jerseys today, the throwback Seahawks jerseys.
Yeah, the special, the throwbacks, the 12s, they were kind enough to send these over. These are pretty cool. Put our names on the back.
Yeah, they did.
Can't really show those, otherwise we're not going to be on mic. You can show it. There you go. Wyman, they should have given you 92.
Yeah, it looks like Lefko had a little editing
Twitter edit there
on the tweeter. So, yeah, check that out. If you were a football player, what number would you have? What would be your favorite number?
My number's always been 24 for Griffey. So I just anytime I've played in a league that was, that had a jersey or a shirt with a number on it, softball, hardball, whatever, it was always 24.
Marshawn also?
Sure, but it might.
Marshawn 24, yeah.
I think he was, but mine would be in honor of Griffey.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my number. Special commemorative Kingdom patch embroidered into the side, inside the neck of the jersey. The jerseys will. The Seahawks are going to wear the throwback uniforms on the field for the first time at Lumen Field on October 29th when they take on the Cleveland Browns, and fans can get their hands on the throwback gear starting today. Just go to the Seahawks Pro Shop at Lumen Field. It will feature a special 90s-era pop-up installation with everything from vintage 90s TV to a replica of the Kingdome scoreboard. Fans can also get throwback gear at Renton Landing Pro Shop, as well as online at proshop.seahawks.com.
I wonder if the Browns are going to be wearing their throwback jerseys. I don't know if you remember, I used to have a picture or a poster of Brian Sipe in my room. No idea why. Why would I have a quarterback up there? But they had those like orange pants and brown jerseys.
They still wear those, don't they?
I don't know.
I feel like they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I should be more in tune with the Cleveland Browns uniforms.
The one thing they did have is they did have brown pants at one point, which I thought would have been a nice little protection, just in case something happens on the field.
It'd be very handy. Those guys play with a different level of freedom than those in white pants.
They do. But I'll be curious to see what all the other teams look like. But I think the one that's going to take the cake is going to be Tampa Bay, just because they have that creamsicle thing with the Buccaneer on the helmet looked like Errol Flynn. If you've ever seen any of those old movies, Errol Flynn was in a movie called The Seahawk. He was like an old actor. He had like a little handlebar mustache or something. Yeah, but those colors were pretty cool. But Seahawks
were they cool back then?
Not really.
I feel like what was looked at back in the day when it was present, people were probably like, ugh, these look like creamsicles. These look like they weren't well received. And now, because it's nostalgic and you look back, it's like, those are awesome. Those are, you know what I mean? It's sort of like looking at old baseball uniforms we talked about, that at the time you went, God, those are ugly. And then you fast forward a couple of decades and go, those are the best.
Well, and I'm sorry to bring up the Houston Astros, when they had that multicolored, it was like orange, yellow. At the time, I hated it. Now I think it's cool.
I still don't think it's cool because it's the Astros.
Well, that too.
With the elastic waistbands, and the Padres had a version of that as well.
But I got to say, I thought that at the time, I remember thinking I didn't pay that much attention to jerseys, really. By the way, you got one jersey for the year back then, and if it got torn or ripped up or whatever, they just sewed it up.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So there wasn't. You guys didn't sign jerseys and give them to your opponent?
No, there was not.
That wasn't the thing?
This is back in what I like to call the good old days, Bob, when we all hated each other. There's no friendly discourse after